Let's just jump right into the craziest sequence of this game. Cohen Carr trailing this play blows by his defender and goes up for a monster dunk, and there's no foul called on this play. And then Trey, who's an excellent transition defender, times his block perfectly, and then they call the foul on this end. We can watch this back in slow-mo, but you can see Trey's verticality, and if anything, he's getting jumped into. But on the other end, Cohen Carr's slow-mo looks like this. But guess what? I'm over it, because I think this whole sequence was necessary, and there needed to be some life brought into that gym. And between that back and forth, and then Trey deciding to exchange some pleasantries that you don't need to be a lip reader to figure out, Michigan State started playing like they were in the driver's seat and worthy of a Big Ten championship. And saying this team is worthy of a Big Ten championship is certainly not something the experts agreed on coming into this year, and I gotta be honest, I didn't see it either. But here we are, Michigan State's the outright Big Ten champs, so how'd they get it done last night? You might have thought that they were just gonna walk into Carver Hawkeye and take care of business, but Iowa had different plans. And you can see above me that Iowa jumped out to a 14-point lead. But if you don't know by now, I'm a bit of a Jace Richardson fan, and Jace did an excellent job last night of keeping Michigan State in the game. And he was doing what he does, which is apparently a little bit of everything. But my favorite play is his baseline drive, where he hits this one-footed fading runner, and he's between the three-point line and half court by the time this ball goes through the hoop. This was a nasty rocker step by Jace to send his defender the other way before this and one finish. There was even one occasion during the game where you could hear some audio picked up on the broadcast from Izzo, and he's telling Jace to just go get the ball. And sure enough, Jace goes and gets it, and he makes a good thing happen with some nifty dribbling, and it ends up being an and one. And Izzo telling a player to just go get the ball is not normal with the team-oriented offenses that he runs, but that's just the kind of trust that he already has in Jace as a freshman. So Jace had a great night, but Akins also had some tough transition finishes and a couple timely threes, and it's nice to see a couple go down for him. I know he was 3 for 10, but the last 3 games he's like 40, 50%, and then this last one was 30%. So I think that's starting to turn around for him a bit. And last but certainly not least, Cohen Carr has got to be the best momentum shifter in college basketball. I think of other guys like Isaiah Evans, Todd Pettiford, but like somehow Cohen Carr's points are just worth more than 2 points, like Izzo said on multiple occasions this year. And he went on an absolute streak throughout this game. I can think of the one that he went on against Florida Gulf Coast as well. When he makes one, it's like you know more are coming. There's no doubt that Fears contributed from the free throw line, and the bigs did enough to get it done as well. It's hard to not talk about everybody in these recaps because everyone really does contribute in different ways for this Michigan State team, and that's why that strength in numbers mantra has rang so true throughout this year. In the last 6 games, Michigan State's been able to outscore their opponents in the last 10 minutes by 43 points. And that has to do with the fact that they're able to sub in 4 or 5 guys at a time and finish the game with fresh legs. I'll probably do a bigger recap on the entire year, so stay tuned for that. But it's been a pleasure to watch this Michigan State team gel and take down the Big Ten in the first year it had 18 teams.